If you are learning about the databases and you have recently installed PostgreSQL, then this video is for you. What I'm about to explain is a fundamental and critical security concept, and I'm going to explain it in an easy, understandable, and practical way. So let's get into it.
I found this user account on my computer called Postgres. What is it for? Can I delete it?
It's an account that runs PostgreSQL database and owns database files. If you delete it, Postgres will stop working because it won't be able to access its own files anymore.
So is that the database super user?
No, that's a different thing. There's a computer user Postgres and there's a database user Postgres.
This is confusing.
Let me show you. So you have a Mac and you log into it as a user, and there can be several users. Let's say you're an admin user and a user Gianna. As you begin installing Postgres, the setup wizard asks you to enter your password. You enter Gianna's password, and that way the installer gets privileges to modify system files and create more users. So now the installer creates the first Postgres user. This is a special account called a service account. The other users, admin and Gianna, are normal accounts for logging into the computer, but the service account can't be used to log in and it's invisible on the login screen. It doesn't even have a password. Then the installer configures permissions for this service account Postgres so that it owns the database files and folders, and so that other accounts, neither admin nor Gianna, can access these files. Finally, the installer creates the second Postgres user, the database super user role. On a Mac, the installer asks you to set the password for this database role. These two users have the same name but different jobs. The system account Postgres owns the files and runs the server. The database role Postgres has access to the database and is used to manage it. And you should really create more database roles for day-to-day work. For example, a developer role or a data analyst role. Now, they're all called users, but let's clarify the vocabulary. These two are system accounts. This one is a special system account that is called a service account. These are database roles, also called database users, and in Postgres, roles and users are the same thing. They are not accounts, and for clarity, let's call this one Postgres account and this one Postgres database role.
So which one do I use when I log into the database?
Both. Let me show you. Bring up your terminal and type psql. It should fail. And it did, but not the way I wanted. This error means that the shell doesn't know where to find psql, but we can find it. Open Finder, press Command-Shift-G, /library, press Tab, capital P, then choose Postgres, /. Here we see that the version installed is 17. Choose that. Now go to folder bin and find file psql. There it is. This is what we need to run. We could just open it from here, but let's do it the way that lets us learn. Right-click, get info, and copy the path. Now back to terminal and paste /psql. Now the shell has to find it because we gave it the full path to it. Press enter.
My password.
And we're getting the error that illustrates a very important concept. You see that password authentication failed for user Gianna, right?
But I gave it the correct password.
This is where it gets interesting. What happened is this. You ran psql while being logged in as Gianna, which we can see in the prompt. psql sees that you are Gianna, assumes you want to connect as a database role Gianna, and asks for password for the database role Gianna. This database role does not exist and authentication fails. The error still complains about the password, which is misleading.
But why is it trying to find a non-existing database role?
This is called peer authentication. The name of your system account has to match the name of the database role account. So if you want to connect as a database role Postgres, you are expected to be Postgres account, not Gianna account.
But earlier you said I can't log into the computer with this Postgres account.
Indeed, you can't, but you can pretend to be that account for a moment. Let me show you. Type "who am I" as one word. See, you are Gianna. Now type sudo -i -u Postgres, your system account password. And who am I again? See? Now you are Postgres, not Gianna. Now, as Postgres, try to run PSQL just like you did earlier. See, it asks you for the password for user Postgres this time. That's the database role Postgres, not the system account Postgres. Remember, that one doesn't have a password. So now you are system account Postgres getting in contact with database role Postgres, providing a password for the database role Postgres.
Okay, I think I know this.
There you go. Type /coninfo for connection information. See?
Got it. And how do I become Gianna again?
Type exit to leave the database, then exit to become Gianna.
So I need to pretend to be the Postgres account every time?
Actually, no. I just complicated it for you on purpose so I could explain peer authentication. But on a Mac, you can do this. Type psql -U Postgres.
That's Postgres account again?
No, it's not. Look back where we had sudo -i -u Postgres and the latest psql -u Postgres. You see lowercase -u and uppercase -u. Lowercase means system account. Uppercase means database role. So your latest command means launch PSQL and contact the database role Postgres specifically, no matter which system account I am at the moment.
So I'm not pretending to be Postgres account?
That's right. Right now you are your account Gianna and you are asking for the Postgres database role. You can do it on a Mac as long as you know the password for the Postgres database role.
Which I do. I'm running this. Oh, the full path, right? Isn't there a better way?
There is. You should add this path to your path environment variable, but let's leave it for a separate lesson. See, you are connected, and this works on a Mac because the default settings on a Mac allow access with a password.
So if I can do it like this, is it necessary to know about this peer stuff to run and use Postgres?
Technically, no. If you always use pgadmin and everything runs fine, and especially if you're on a Mac, then you can avoid having to learn about it for a very long time.
So then why did I need to learn all this now?
Well, first of all, you were asking if you could delete the Postgres account, so now you know enough not to. Secondly, this is a perfect opportunity to learn about very important security principles, because right now you can see things with your own eyes instead of just learning theory from slides. Let me show you how you can see this security in action. Type exit. So the key security concepts are the principle of least privilege and the separation of accounts, ownership of files and processes. Let's run a command to find the directories that are owned by our system account Postgres. Type find /library -user Postgres -type d -ls and then 2 greater than /dev/null. These are the directories owned by your Postgres system account. Chair space, that's interesting, but never mind. Look at the line that describes permissions. D means directory. RWX means that the owner account, which is Postgres as noted right there, can read, write and execute. And dashes mean that no one else, not even the administrator, is allowed anything, not even reading, which means you can't look inside at all. Try to go in there with cd. First go to /library. See, that works. But now try going into chair space. And permission denied because
Because I am Gianna, not Postgres. But what if I try with Finder?
try it. You are running Finder as Gianna, as everything else on your computer, so you also won't be able to look inside.
But if I pretend to be Postgres account,
Then you can go in. Yes, that's correct. And here you are inside the chair space, and you can see one folder inside, and then more folders in there, and so on. And this illustrates the principles of least privilege and separation. The Postgres user owns the folders with the data and runs the server. No other account on your computer can do that. And the other way around as well. As a Postgres account, you have no access to your personal folders. So if there's a breach in the server, it can affect only what is under the ownership of the Postgres account, but no further than that. Since you are now pretending to be the Postgres account in the terminal, try to access Gianna's folder from the terminal. Go to /users/Gianna. See, permission denied. But if you go to just /users, then you will see that the folder exists. You just have no access as long as you are pretending to be Postgres. Wait, the other users, Intern and Victoria, whose computer is that?
my brother's.
Well, wait, is that his work laptop, the one I gave him?
Yes, he went out for lunch and I created myself an account.
He didn't lock his computer,
He did, but I know his system for setting passwords.
so you logged into his computer
Yes,
and created yourself an administrator account.
yes,
And then you also knew the password for the database superuser role.
yes, same system for passwords.
That is a perfect illustration of another security principle that says that humans are the weakest link in the security. But that is a conversation I need to have with your brother. As for you, how do you like our hotel?
I love it here. So many cats. Your chef showed me how the kitchen works, and I had an idea how to reduce kitchen waste by building an application, but I would have to use the data on the food preferences of cats. That's why I was looking into his computer.
I see. Well, that data is not on his computer, but on our servers. But we can let you work on this project after a couple more lessons if you're interested in taking them.
I am very interested.
And something tells me that you're also very capable. We will continue then.
Thank you.
See you later. I hope you found this useful and interesting. Stay tuned for more.